Ladies and gents, boys and girls, hello. Welcome to a video that has not gone quite according to plan. Basically, you've no doubt seen the, what was it called? Support me on Patreon video I put up. That, technically you weren't supposed to see that. Okay, so basically, that was meant to be an unlisted video that you would only be able to see when linked to directly from my Patreon page here, and I was actually going to announce this sort of today, really. But YouTube, I set it to unlisted, and apparently YouTube just didn't save the changes when I hit the save changes button. Look, YouTube, I don't ask much from you, but that is one of the things I do ask you do properly. When I hit save changes, will you actually please save the changes? But anyway, I've not been having much luck in that department lately with anything, actually, because I tried to upload a Twitch highlight the other day, and it just uploaded the entire stream instead of the edited section I wanted, so I can't win, apparently. I just can't win. Anyway, so yeah, this was going to be the announcement video, but now it's not. Now it's more of a thank you video, I guess, because in the brief time that video has been up, 44 of you have pledged $450 nearly per month, which is completely nuts. I put milestone goals down here basically just because I had to. It sort of makes you do it. But I really didn't expect to even meet the first milestone, to be honest with you. But we have. And we're not far off the second one, actually, which is way beyond my expectations completely. So, pretty crazy. You dudes are awesome. You're a bit mad, but I love you for it. So yeah, here it is. Took forever to get around to doing this. You'll notice if you go on the create a post screen, like it's got yeah, it's got shit going all the way back to like July 2014 on here, because that's when I actually created the account, and ever since then I was just sort of like, oh, should I, shouldn't I don't know. And it was only recently that I was kind of finally prompted into action. Simply because people have been telling me for a long time that you should do it, dude, and a lot of other YouTubers that I know and are sort of I have known and have spoken to and all sorts of things like that are also doing Patreon things, and they have been for quite some time now. So, you know, I've been a bit of a dinosaur in that respect and not bothered to do it. But now it's finally up. You guys have nagged me enough, and now it's finally here. And you know, to be fair, I've reached a point where I kind of needed to do it anyway. I do get paid to do my YouTube videos through ad revenue. I do. However, basically the amount of time I spend doing this YouTube channel really doesn't considering it has basically become a part-time job, as I said in the little mini video here. I don't get paid as if it's a part-time job, not even slightly. Don't get into YouTube stuff. Don't get into making Let's Plays and that sort of thing on YouTube if you're interested in the money, because from that perspective, it's totally not worth it. Prior to this, yeah, I got paid a little bit of ad revenue money from my videos, but even if I was putting out a video or two videos every single day of the week for an entire month, my resulting paycheck would still be less than minimum wage in the UK. So there would literally be a waitress working down the road from me that would be getting paid more each month than me doing this. So yeah, but I obviously, that's not why I got into doing it, and it's not the reason I continue to do it. You know, simply put, if it wasn't fun but I was still getting paid to do it, I probably just wouldn't do it. I'm one of those people. I'm so lazy. Even large amounts of money generally won't convince me to do something. But it's nice to be able to actually properly support myself on this now. This was a big... I've reached a point in my life, to be honest with you, where I need to sort of really sit down and think and have a decision on what I'm gonna do with my life. You know, now I'm finished with university, and all those kind of excuses for procrastination are out of the way. I'm at a point now where I'm at a crossroads, and I need to decide what I'm going to do with my life, and whether or not a Patreon campaign on here on YouTube was successful or not was a big deciding factor in that. And so far, it seems to have been reasonably successful, so that's something of a relief, I guess. and it's going to definitely affect a lot of decisions I make in the future. But anyway, this is really great. Really, really great. The additional money not only means that I can properly live off this now, it also means I've got a bit of extra cash I can use to reimburse into the channel. I need a new hard drive, possibly an SSD or something like that. I could do with another microphone, really. This Rode Podcaster has served me well, but there are better ones out there. New peripherals, that kind of thing. I'd like to be able to do 60 FPS videos, to be honest with you. I would, but for that I'm going to need a new hard drive. And some slightly better hardware in my computer too. I need to get a new GPU at some point, for one thing. But, yeah. And really, ultimately, I'd like to get another PC that's set up just for rendering and editing videos, and also for streaming. I'd like to be able to do the whole hardware streaming and recording thing, because it's just much better than using software to do it. It really, really, really is. And I'd like to upgrade my internet connection so that I can, because I'm on a package at the minute that's okay. It just about gets the job done, but it's not brilliant. And I can upgrade to another package which will give me 20 megabytes upload, which means I can upload videos really, really fast. That means I can stream in HD, do all sorts of really cool stuff. All of this now, as a result of your kind generosity, basically, is within grasp. Basically, I'm no longer on the breadline. I've got a margin of, safety, or whatever you call it, to use now to actually improve things around here a bit, which is good. Which is really, really good. It makes me pleased and thankful for no end that we can actually do this. So yeah, really cool. Oh yeah, new channel logo thing. I hope you guys like that. it's for the original picture I found on a Google search, and I showed it to you guys in a stream because I thought it was quite funny because it looked just like David Crumpington from the Fallout New Vegas Let's Play. And then a friend of mine photoshopped it so it looked exactly like him, and I thought it was the most hilarious, awesome thing I'd seen ever. So I've got to use this as the new channel logo now. It's brilliant. It's fantastic. It looks exactly like him. It's uncanny. It's exactly how I picture him in my head. I mean, right down to the fact that for some inexplicable reason, the smoke coming out of his pipe is green. Absolutely fantastic. I love it. Anyway, so yeah. What else to say, really? We got the different pledge tiers here again. Again, this is something that Patreon kind of almost required me to do. I wasn't really sure what kind of tiers to use and what rewards to give for them. I've got some rewards which you can see here. These are all, none of this is set in stone. Suggestions are welcome on potential things we can do and rewards I can give to you guys, because I feel like it's the least I can do. I don't want to, I don't want to lock content behind a paywall, essentially. I want to, regardless of whether or not you're donating, I want everybody to be able to enjoy everything I do equally. That's like a ground rule with this. But that said, some people here, especially like these guys, I mean, they deserve something back for that. That's the least I can do. It would feel wrong if I just did nothing, and said thanks for the money, mate, and just nothing after that. At the very least, you guys deserve some kind of input on what goes on the channel or something. I don't know. But anyway, we'll think about that. And like I said, suggestions, things are welcome. There's like a backers, patrons only bit of this where we can discuss things, which is kind of cool. It's a better way of contacting me and speaking to me, to be honest with you. Definitely. Certainly some people on here, I may lower this, actually. It says here if you pledge $25 or more per month, you've got a priority email to contact me directly. I may lower that, to be honest with you, because it's no big deal, really. I have a special email account set up so that you guys can send me messages directly. Because I have that other email address on my YouTube channel page, which is for business inquiries, but I don't check it very often, to be honest with you. So I've set up a different one, which I'm able to check more regularly, and which will give you basically direct access to directly PM me and stuff like that. Because I get PMs on YouTube, but I don't always get an email notification about it, and sometimes they just go unread for weeks and weeks and weeks, and I rarely get the chance to reply to them. So, yeah, if you email me with that address that I'm going to give out for backing me on Patreon, you're almost certainly guaranteed to get a response from me using that. So, anyway. As for the reward type things we've got here at the minute, just weird to call them rewards, but whatever. I haven't done them just yet, and they won't go out just yet. Basically, the way Patreon works is you guys pledge whatever, and then I think it's the 1st of September, according to the thing it's said to me. On the 1st of September, then the payments will actually get processed, and I will, in theory, actually get the money then. So, because up until that point, people can obviously change their pledges and things like that, right up until D-Day, so to speak. I'm not gonna give out rewards and things yet until money has changed hands. If you see what I mean, I think that's only fair enough. To be honest, just to avoid people saying, "Yeah, I'll pledge $100 just to get whatever rewards I have set for it, and then change it at the last second to like $1." Or whatever. I'm not expecting people to do that. That seems like I'm expecting everybody to be a total scumbag. But if there's anything I've learned about the internet, there's always at least one person who will do the lowest possible thing that you can imagine. There will always be one. So, yeah. Anyway, that's just the way that's going to work. But anyway, at 1st September, that's not very far away anyway. So, it's kind of a bit of a non-issue. In fact, it's tomorrow. So, yeah, as of recording this. So I don't even know why I brought it up, to be honest with you. I guess it was in case people who backed me and they're already wondering, like, why haven't I got anything back from you yet, Dave? What is going on? That's why you haven't got anything back from me yet, basically. So, yeah. Yeah, I was going to explain a bunch of reasons why I'm doing this as well, because this was going to be the announcement video. But everything's kind of been covered in the little video you guys have already seen, I guess. Yeah, it ultimately comes down to the fact that I've either got to a point where I have to focus on doing other things in my life, and really dramatically scale back YouTube in terms of the amount of time it consumes, or we upscale the amount of time YouTube takes, but we also upscale the amount I get paid for doing it. It looks like we might be able to go the latter route, thankfully. But that's really what it came down to, because, I'm 24 now, and I'm out of university, and, I need to get on with my life and do something. And as much as I love doing this, it has ultimately been a hobby up to this point, and I just really kind of couldn't justify spending, the better years of my life, really. My early to mid 20s, sat in front of a computer all day. Making videos. As much as I do enjoy it, I kind of also need to be getting out there and doing other stuff, unless it becomes a natural job and therefore becomes, inverted commas, worth it, if you see what I mean. I'm probably not explaining this very well. That's incidentally why the little video I put out was scripted, for two reasons. One, to keep it short, and two, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to explain it on the fly. I get really bad at this sort of thing. Anything where money is involved, I just sort of, my brain get brain farts, and I can't explain things properly, and I get all flustered because I feel like I need to give a good impression. And anyway, whatever. So that's basically it. So yeah, this is primarily just a thank you thing, I guess. Yeah, pretty much just to say thank you to everybody. You'll get your reward perk thingies soon. And thank you for everybody for backing me. And everyone who said that they will in future if they can manage it. Like, that's the other thing. Like, please, for the love of God, like, if you're financially not in a great place right now, you can't afford to back me, don't feel like you should. Jesus Christ, I've been in that position myself, where I would have loved to be able to do all sorts of things, but just simply couldn't, because that's just, if you're on a student budget, for example, I totally understand. I've been there. Okay, don't get all sort of feeling like it's your duty somehow to it's nonsense. Take care of yourself first. This is all kind of very generous and everything, but it's shouldn't be a priority for you. So yeah, anyway, thanks very much, everybody. And I will see you again soon with some more lovely videos, just as soon as Sony Vegas stops being a little... Anyway, thank you, everybody, and goodbye.